And a very good evening to you wherever you may be joining us here live on Rugby.com.au. I'm Patrick Folks, and we're back here at Bond University for the final of the Junior Gold Cup with the National Under-15s Pathways competition. And I'm very fortunate to be joined by the dulcet tones of Michael Grice, who's just adjusting his microphone as we speak. Gricey, welcome to the Rugby.com team for today.
Thanks, Paddy. Absolute pleasure.
It's great having you here.
It's good to be had.
And we've got a big game coming up, Gricey. It's Queensland Reds and the Sydney Rays in the JGC. You're very much a part of the JGC fabric. What can you tell me about these two sides?
Well, both these sides were undefeated in their conferences, Paddy. So the Queensland Reds side undefeated in the Northern Conference, which was played at Ballymore this week. And the Sydney Rays were undefeated in the Southern Conference, which was played over 3 weekends, last 3 weekends in Sydney.
As we just see some of the Melbourne Rising players leave the field just after the National Rugby Championship clash.
What a game that was.
That was an awesome game. Bond University, Queensland country just continuing their winning ways. Of course, coached by Brad Thorne, who's recently been given the top job at the Queensland Red. So we're about to get underway here. So as you can imagine, Queensland Red, they're wearing the red. They'll be running from your right to left of screen. And we kick off here for the final of the game. It's allowed to bounce by the Sydney Rays side. And we'll have our first line out of the game. A nice little test for the forwards.
Option, scrum a line out. Scrum. Knock on by red, sorry, option. Scrum.
So we're getting ready for the scrum.
Thanks, Pookie.
What do you think about these two packs? Look, they're getting fired up already for that.
I'll tell you what, Paddy, these are big boys for 14 and 15-year-olds.
Absolutely. Well, I thought that about the 16s as well. Maybe we're just getting bigger as a code.
Mate, that's a good shape in that scrum, isn't
Ball's
it?
out, play on.
So, solid pass there by Stalls, and he finds his 10 in Fell for the Sydney Rays, who then gets it out to Matale.
Line's good there.
And so the Rays just chancing their arms at the moment. Oh, and a little knock on here on the short side. Frustration. I think that was Maka. No, that was Michael Eade who's put that one down.
Let's go, boys, wake up. Hookers, Max here.
You know, watching some of these games, Paddy, the skill levels just improved out of sight. From over the last 3 to 4 years in this program, the skill levels really improved. There's some good little players playing right around the country in this Junior Gold Cup.
Absolutely. This is the culmination of a lot of hard work by a lot of people.
Ball's out now.
Ball's good for Thomas, and this is quick hands here by Walker. He's got a bit of a step on him, and he manages to create some space out on that right-hand side for Queensland. Thomas goes again. Little kick over the top, and it's going to bounce up for Queensland Red. That was Christian Craws. It's coming out slowly. Here goes Howes. He's having a crack at the line. He's just short, though.
No,
about a metre to go, hands out is the call. Playing advantage, says the referee. Walker finds his fullback in Ripley. Ripley for the line, and he scored. Fantastic try by Queensland Red. The first of this Junior Gold Cup final, Michael Grice.
Great hands there, and lots of space out wide. And the boys straightened up, which is the key to fixing your man and putting him in a hole. Too many young blokes run sideways, but you can see here, the 15 straightens up, a little bit of a show and go, and scores out wide. Well done.
Fantastic effort there by Lucas Ripley. Now Sam Walker will shape up for the kick.
So Sam Walker is Ben Walker's son from Broncos fame.
There you go.
A good little player.
You don't mind an odd Broncos
Not
encounter,
at all,
do you,
not
Michael?
at all. If we can get some of these good rugby league players over to rugby union, we'll be very happy. No, he's a good kid.
Oh, off the post. So close but no cigar. Queensland Red 5, Sydney Rays is yet to score. If you've just joined us here live on Rugby.com.au, this is the Junior Gold Cup, the National Under-15s Pathways competition final. It's between the Northern Conference and the Southern Conference winners. So this is the overall final. And the Rays have restarted.
Good hit.
Bit of a shoulder there, I think, and off the marks the call from the referee.
Shoulder.
Geez, he could have let that go, I reckon, Paddy. I think he was behind the mark.
Just seeing the beautiful shots here of Bond University playing fields.
How good is it? The field's in great.
We spent a lot of time here, Gracie.
We have, Paddy. We have. We've been involved in a lot of matches here.
Mark's here.
Also, the Oceania Under-20s competition, also hosted here on the Gold Coast. There's Queensland Red restart well through Krause. And this is better from Queensland. Oh, the fantastic little offload just didn't go to the hands. But the Rays rush up in defence. Good place there by Jack Howarth. The ball's good for Gibson. This is a barnstorming run.
Gee, big, strong lad.
That was Treasure, Emerson Treasure. Great name. Jack Turney throws the ball back on the inside. Turney has another crack at the line. Penalty to the Sydney Rays, though. Holding on. Good opportunities to get some territory, Michael.
Yeah, well, I really like with the Queensland side their post-contact meters. So they're driving their legs and pushing through after contact. And it's putting the Rays on the back foot a little bit. But good opportunity here.
Short man.
Nice line
outs. Good for the Sydney-based side, and that was
Tackled,
Matani.
roll!
Going to go to the short side. Little dummy runner on the inside, and a big offload from
Heads
Ahololele.
out. Play on, ball's out.
Scrum half under a bit of pressure. Jack
No
Justice
hands,
stalls.
get your hands out.
Slow ball coming here from Mac Fell.
Tackled now.
Eventually gets to ground. Strong counter ruck from
Playing
Queensland.
advantage.
No, not strong.
Penalty advantage.
So the Rays now with an opportunity. Throws the ball on the inside. Back out they go.
Still playing advantage.
Hello, Lele. Big lad getting into support.
No.
Macfell just finds little man over the top and Eads going for the line. He steps in on the inside. Gets away from about 3 tackles.
Roll.
Is eventually brought to the ground. This is better from the Sydney-based team. And here goes Fell, who offloads brilliantly. Goes back to Hello, Lele.
Play on. Ball was out.
Scrappy ball for Stalls, who manages to get it out. And this is better. This could be a try to the Sydney Rays. He steps on the inside. He's got 2 Queenslanders on him. Just short of the line was Matali. And now Queensland flood the breakdown.
Hold that line.
A little bit of help to the referee.
No hands.
Still good for the Reds.
No.
And he's in a bit of trouble there, Walker, so he had to step off his right. Now Sydney have an opportunity in counter-attack, and this is pretty good stuff from Tyler Afoa. Runs into the line. Struggling to get out of there, but Justice Stalls manages to get the ball out. Kicks through by Fell. Bounces well. This could be a try to Sydney. That's Swan. Swan throws it out the left-hand side. And it's just 5 metres short of the line now. And they go again on that short side, but they're going to fall into touch.
How good is the goal line defence from the Queensland Red side?
Very good, Gracie. Very
They
good.
just keep turning up in numbers. That number 9 made 3 tackles then. Got up off the ground, stayed in the game, and won his team a line out. I must say you're going very well with the pronunciations, Paddy.
Thank you, mate. I haven't had a lot of prep time,
No,
but
no, you're doing well.
thank you. Ball goes in over the top. And that's Percival.
Easy one.
I like that one.
On.
Just little kick over the top, Sam Walker. But he's given it back to the Sydney-based team. Here goes Matali. And a counteract there by the Queensland side proves successful.
Back.
It's a lovely warm breeze blowing across the ground. It was
Beautiful.
A bit bitter with the heat earlier. Now it's quite pleasant down here. Bond University on the coast, and it's been a super Saturday of rugby here at Bond University with the Aon University 7 series, and I'm sure you'll be very happy in the Queensland side taking that out. First and second position in series
I'm not
standings
biased
as
at
well.
all, Paddy, you know that.
Well, never heard of that in my life. As the Reds almost said, UQ, keep going. And this is looking good, playing advantage for an offside, and there's a little slice through the middle, a brilliant offload to Walker. Walker's going for the line, he's got one to beat, gives it to his outside man. This is Tafua,
Good try.
who will score, and Queensland double their lead to 10.
That's what I was talking about, those post-contact meters, Paddy. So he's kept his legs driving and broken through the tackle, and the support play is just brilliant. They just keep turning up, the Queenslanders. The Rays need to do something now to turn the momentum around a little bit.
Just a couple of missed tackles they were just seeing on our replay. It's just proving costly.
This Walker kid's got something, hasn't he? Good finish.
Great team trying.
Yep, beautiful. Pretty to watch. Yeah, we love it down here at Bond, Paddy, eh? Good facilities.
Fantastic.
They always
facilities.
look after us down
They
here
do.
as well.
Sean Hedger, the head coach here at Bond. Dumped most of my stuff in his office this weekend, so that's been nice of him.
Of course, had a professional coaching career down at the Rebels, Sean.
He did. Shapes up for the kick, Walker. Just hear the wind ominously through the mics as he goes to kick. Is he going to get it? It looks okay from here, but no. Just shies away from the post. So, Queensland Red 10. Sydney Rays yet to score in this Junior Gold Cup under-15s final.
They've been enjoying this cool breeze, Paddy.
I've got the jumper back on, mate.
It's been so hot this week.
It has.
With the 16s playing all week down at the Southport School. 30 degrees plus.
Outside.
This is looking good from Queensland Red. What can they do here? The ball bounces over the top. They get it back to Walker. Steps back in on the outside. And that is, whoa, almost an intercept. Playing an advantage here.
No advantage.
Just a knock on.
Cross forward into a red player.
Not a deliberate knockdown.
Some good young officials here too, Paddy, in the Junior Gold Cup
over a step.
and in the 16s. So this is a pathway for our referees and our ARs as well.
Absolutely.
They've done a very good job this week.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold.
That's a good scrum, Pat.
Very good as
Stable.
both packs dive in.
Play on.
This ball run off the back here was
No, down, hands out.
to Mvawe. Hands out was the call from the referee.
Draw him down.
So, just Queensland just putting a bit more pressure on at the moment as Walker sends it deep and into touch.
Mark's here front.
So, quick throw in by Queensland from Turney. Gets the ball out to Walker. No, sorry, not Walker. That was Krause who had a crack at the line.
He's on the ground now.
This is their big man, Tuamavawe. They go to the right, Walker.
Playing advantage.
This is Gibson.
13
New advantage.
wide.
Offside.
13 wide offside.
Unlucky there. The play was away for the try.
What do you do here, Paddy? Take a shot?
Mark's
Play
here.
on.
Oh,
Tap.
play on.
Nice.
Play on. And correct
well
decision. Jack Turney will score. So that's Queensland Reds' third try. And forming a bit of a intimidating lead at the moment, Michael.
They are. A quick tap. You don't see the old tap moves these days, Paddy. Like every team used to have their own little tap move. But
like when you have someone and 3 players lined up next to them so you couldn't see the ball and
Correct.
the player would run across.
Yeah.
Those were great moves in the under-12s.
They were the great days. Now it's just tap it and give it to the big bloke.
It's not as well thought out, is it?
No.
You have to rehearse the other ones.
It was effective.
Try for Queensland Red scored by number 2, Jake 10. 15 mil.
Certainly something the Wallabies used to flick out every now and then in the 90s.
Yeah. So they've changed their kicker here, Paddy.
This is Mr. Ripley. Low kick, looking good, and
nice.
He's on the money.
Well struck.
So Queensland Reds 17, Sydney Rays 0. And this is the Junior Gold Cup final between the Northern Conference winners and the Southern Conference winners. Sydney Rays taking on Queensland Red. Queensland forming a formidable lead here at Bond University for our last game of Super Saturday of rugby.
I know you hear it all the time, but I think the Rays are going to be the next team to score, Paddy.
That's a fair point, Gracie. And that's a good analysis from you. As the Queensland Reds throw the ball out wide. This is Howarth, and a brilliant ball on the inside to Walker. Walker's going to go all the way and score. A fantastic effort there by Queensland Red.
They counter well, don't they?
Clinical try, and the Rays, unfortunately for Rays family and friends tuning in at the moment, didn't listen to your advice, Michael.
No. They just need to stop the momentum, the Rays.
Sam Walker scoring the 4th try.
See how straight these young fellas run. Hip square. Nice pass on the inside. Good support play again by Walker. Can play this kid.
Sorry, man. It's all right.
The Rays not out of it yet, Paddy. They just need to find a little bit of momentum somehow.
Well, they were playing well in the Queensland 22, but just a bit lack of experience, lack of finish. But remember, these kids are 15.
Yeah, correct.
This is great fun and a great opportunity for them.
Yeah. And part of our pathway.
But the red-blooded Queenslander and you wants them to win, I know that. Good kick.
I want to see all the boys do well, mate, and I want to see them stay in our game and continue on our pathway. So from here, they would go to the 16s next year.
Yes.
And then introducing next year the NRC under-19s after their schoolboys.
And then
so
all
it's
into
a great
the
pathway now for
the 20s team
and then in
play
the 20s,
for Australia.
Correct, at the World Cup.
1, 13 and 20 sub. Okay.
They do have a name as well as...
So the Sydney Rays restart. And they need to find something here, the lads from Sydney. Oh, a little take through the legs there. He danced that around. That was Howarth, who was instrumental in that last try.
Need to muscle up here, the Rays.
Yeah, make those one-on-one tackles. They're missing a few of them at the moment. Players left, right and centre. Bounced off.
Tackled now.
Was Connor Garrett. Walker's been so good with the ball in hand and he gets it out. This is looking ominous for the Reds. Tafua.
Play on.
Queensland just making little metres up the field. The Rays dive in attempting a pilfer, but boys from north of the Tweed have managed to secure it. Walker got a heavy hit on him by Matangi.
Did well there.
Thomas from the Reds with a good
It's on the
pass.
ground, release him. Let the ball go.
Pretty clear instructions from the referee
Couldn't
there.
get misinterpreted with that, could you?
Tackled now.
Nanuka taking that into contact. Here goes Thomas
Good
over
hands.
the top. Back to Howarth. Howarth having a crack at the line. Gets away from one and he's going to go all the way again. And he scores! Queensland Red 29, Sydney Rays 0. And this is all the hallmarks of a little bit of a runaway train.
Yeah, Sydney Rays don't seem to have an answer at the moment. They just need to regroup, Pat, and maybe a little bit of luck. They look pretty good with ball in hand, the Rays. They've just dropped off a few tackles and
Haven't had a lot of possession
in
the last 10 or so minutes.
But geez, the Queensland play good support play, don't they? There's someone makes a half break, there's always someone there to support.
Lucas Ripley stepping up for this kick.
The Sydney teams in this comp following their NRC brothers. So we've got the Rays, the Rams and the Eagles from Sydney that played in the Southern Conference.
Looking great in the Rays colours. I was going to say tricolours, but that's not right. 4 colours.
Quad colours.
I guess black technically is a shade. So, 31-0. What can the Sydney Rays do here? Can they find something and get something before half-time? They give the ball back to the Queensland team and need to shut down that man Howarth. And here's an opportunity for Sydney. This may have been pilfered and then stolen back. I think it has.
Lost forward.
Lost forward is the call from the referee, so Queensland have the advantage. Oh, solid hit.
Whack.
But Gerardo Smith. The breakdown's becoming a little bit of a key battleground as the ref is completely taken out. But he gets up and goes. Good hit as well on the referee.
It was already rock.
He was AR in a game this morning, little Sam, and he got taken out in the in goal as well. He's got a couple of tag marks on his knee.
I told you to stop going in and hitting refs, Gracie. That's not nice.
He's a good fella. I coached him in Junior Gold Cup, actually, the referee.
There you go. Well, good solid kick there by Queensland. Walker's just got a bit of a boot on him. We're just seeing here, it's not as bad as I thought. Excellent duck and roll.
Did well.
It's clearly been coached by you. So Thomas gets the ball out to Howard, and this is dangerous for Queensland. There's Howard again, up the back it is, but the ball's gone backwards. The Rays need to advance in a line for defensive purposes. They can't let them get any space. Brushes off one.
No.
And here goes Turney. Turney's already scored a try today. Can he go again? He throws it out to his winger. That's laying in the corner and into touch.
Good defence.
No line.
Well done, Rays. Good defence. A little bit too lateral at the end there, the Queensland Red side. They just need to straighten up a little bit.
So, hold on, boys, injury.
Having a bit of an injury break. We've got another big clash coming up tonight as well, Gracie, with the Wallabies playing South Africa.
We have.
I haven't even thought about that today, but that is coming up 1 a.m. on Fox Sports and on Network 10, so make sure you tune in to catch that if you're coming home or going out or just getting up in the wee hours of the morning. And what do you think, Gracie? Do the Wallabies have what it takes to win it in the Highveld over in Bloemfontein?
Oh, mate, they've got a bit of momentum going forward, the Wallabies, and I think they've got a good young side now. And, a bit of a blend there with some experience as well. They just have a crack. I reckon they can put it to the South Africans.
Just take a step off.
It's going to be a big clash. South Africa
it's always a
tough by New Zealand. Last time I think we won there was 2013 off the top of my head.
Yeah.
With Kurtley Beale's kick. And this is back to this game. The Rays managed to wrestle that from the line out. Running it out of their own in goal. And surprising, and a strong run from Tamati. Penalty to Queensland.
A little bit too slow to break down the Rays cleaners.
Here we go. Queensland. Oh, and a big run by their big man,
Good tackle.
Tuimivawa. And a try to Thomas. Kalani Thomas scores.
Another try to the Queenslanders. Kalani Thomas, number 9, goes over.
So Queensland just playing at home.
Try number 6.
That Bond
36-0.
just on a bit of an unstoppable train at the moment. Really like the commitment there from young scrum half Justice Stalls. He threw himself into that
But he did well, didn't he?
in defence.
They're sneaky, those little halfbacks around the ruck. Got to keep your eyes on them. I just hope the Rays don't drop their head, Paddy.
Just had a correction here from HQ. It's 2010 for Kirtley. Has been a long day in my defence.
I was just saying, I just hope
Knew it wasn't
the
2013.
Sydney
Just
Rays
thinking like
don't
that.
drop their
That's
heads.
the Lions. Yeah, that wasn't right. Sydney Rays don't drop their heads. Sorry, yes. And a successful conversion.
Quickly, once again, despite the win,
So 38.
still with the conversion. 38 points to 0.
Sydney just need to get a strong restart here. They
I think they'll be looking forward to half time and just settling themselves down and starting again. They've just the momentum. They've got no momentum at all. They've had very little possession, Paddy.
shorter kickoff, but that's swallowed by Chad Dinger.
Wow, good hit. Good feet on this.
No, the Rays need to make a tackle.
Tackle now.
Bring him down.
Didn't survive the clean.
Howard just couldn't hold on to that one, running onto it quick.
On the ground.
So the Sydney Rays defenders are a little bit disconnected there, the staggered defensive line, and that's allowing the Queenslanders to find some gaps. They just need to get connected and get their spacing right and make their tackles.
Here.
24 minutes, well, almost 25 minutes gone, 38-0.
Hold on. Just take a step, both teams. Half step.
This is the Junior Gold Cup final of the Northern and Southern Conference. The National Under-15s Pathways Comp.
Geez, they didn't need that, the Rays.
No, it is very windy here though, if you've just joined us. We've certainly been talking about it a lot today because it has played a lot of, had a lot of impact on the full formats of the game we've had today.
Yeah, I think a little bit of an experience there by the young fellas. They probably should have thrown to 2 in these windy conditions.
Yeah. A couple of subs coming
Just wait
onto
till
the
they're
field. Liam Tonpi.
Marked here, hookers. Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold.
Good
Hold the
scrum
push.
by the Reds. And nice little interchange of hands. And a long looping pass. Can he take it? He does. Chantu. But is then stolen from him. And the Rays bundled into touch.
Play long.
Geez, they can't take a trick, can they, Rays?
Hold it. No. No. It's already been set. Right.
So the line out is good for the Reds. Ball.
Play on.
Oh, it comes back the
Play
side of the
advantage,
Rays.
lost forward.
So here we go. What can they do here? Looking to try and create some space is young Tyler Afoa and just get the
advantage.
ball into
Lost
touch.
forward here. Play down the line. Hookers.
And that pace of the game is really starting to take its toll on the Rays. You'd
Yeah,
say, Gracie?
I think so. As I say, I think they'll be happy to get in for half time and
Crouch.
just regroup and,
Bind.
as I say, start
Set.
again
Hold.
in the second half. Just the format of this game, Paddy. They're 2 30-minute halves over 5-minute half time, and there's no extra time.
Tackle now. That's it.
So they kick the ball into touch.
They need to make these exits more effective, Paddy. They need to, get 30 or 40 metres.
Not straight.
Numbers, sir? No.
Like it. I like it, though. Like your thinking there.
Sorry.
So just 2 minutes to go until the half-time break.
Ball. Set. Hold. Hold the push.
A nice little break here by Luca Antico, but they lose it. It's back for Queensland. Can the Rays hold out and get to half-time? Still at 38 down. A little lovely kick over the top by Walker. Is it going to be collected? And just goes into touch.
Line.
When you're 38 points ahead, Paddy, you can try little things like that.
You can.
Just take a step off. Cheers.
Good to see some footy being played.
Dead ball.
Just trying a few things. We tend to get too structured these days.
And let's make sure we hold it all the way through the line out.
So, marker.
Turnover's fine.
Fortunately,
on the ground.
His jumper didn't get the call. So, Queensland ball. A very, very good run. And an excellent try to Kraus.
Straight hard running. Nice little flat ball to Kraus. Geez, he runs straight and hard, doesn't he? You're right there, Paddy.
Swallowed a moth. No, it was an excellent run. Got through 2 tackles. He's opposite number as well.
I'll talk to you after the kick.
So I reckon the Rays are looking forward to a drink of water at half time and maybe some lollies, maybe some gummy bears. Your favourite lolly of choice, Paddy.
I do love gummy bears, one of my favourite confectionery items.
Good for a sugar hit at half time too.
Absolutely. Lucas Ripley. Going to kick this. Haven't attempted this kick, rather. I'm saying it. He's going to kick it. Slotsville. 45 at half time.
Like
that's my prediction.
Like your confidence. And he has.
There you go.
Beautiful.
So, Queensland Red 45, Sydney Rays 0. And quite. I'm going to keep talking if I want to turn my mic on. Quite the first half we've had. I mean, Queensland Red in this Junior Gold Cup final really running away with it. But, it's all about, the second half, really.
It's a game of 2 halves.
It is a game of 2 halves.
Queensland.
Wallabies had 46 against them and came back.
Correct. Very dominant, the Queensland team in that first half. The Rays with all of it in front of them, and hopefully they can regroup at half time and put up a fight in the second half. It'll be a long flight back to Sydney, Paddy, if they don't come up with the chocolates here. Big ask, though.
Yes, it is a big ask. Not an impossible one.
No.
But,
Well, you can't go into half-time with that mentality, can you?
No, absolutely
that it's impossible. You've got to think you're still a chance.
But look, it's all about developing these young players and giving them coaching and more experiences of playing higher-level rugby that they can take back to their schools and clubs and keep going if they choose on their rugby journey, wherever that may take them.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for these young boys. They've, the Southern Conference have travelled from Sydney to Adelaide and to Canberra. So a couple of little road trips. Enjoying some camaraderie as a team together and some good coaching from some of these emerging coaches coming through around the country as well. So the program's not just about the players, it's about the coaches and the managers and the S&C staff, and about their development along the pathway as well. And of course our officials.
And you, Gracie.
And me. I'm still developing, Paddy.
45-0. Now,
I thought you were going to say I was 45. I was going to thank you very much.
not a day over 30, mate. Just looking at these two sides, and now fantastic vision we've seen from Double Take, our streaming partner for the Uni 7s, and today.
How good have they been going? And they did the 16s for us as well, Paddy.
They did.
Yep.
They commentated that one as well, so
very good.
Great elevator music, this one.
Lovely.
I do love it.
Not quite like the Sevens music.
No, it's a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit different.
Maybe a different part of the track. I don't know. So the Wallabies coming up later on tonight, Gracie. We know we touched on it.
Yep.
You know, it's a tough game. 23 all draw in Perth, and then the South Africans got put to the sword by the All Blacks at North Harbour Stadium, and they'll be hurting and playing at home with a couple of changes. Do you think the Springboks will leap back and take the Australian scalp tonight?
Well, I hope they don't, but they will be hurting, and there'll be a lot of pressure on the Springboks. I think the key for the Wallabies is to stay disciplined, because over there they'll kick them from 60 metres out. So the Wallabies have got to stay disciplined, stick to their structures, and have a red-hot crack.
Winning in Africa or in the Republic is always a bit of a challenge.
Oh, mate, well, we don't have a good record there.
No.
But
nor did we, and not that we played that many South African sides this year with the new conference system in Super Rugby, but a few we did. I think it was a couple of wins, couple of losses.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, they're
Reds
always
beat the
tough,
Sharks early on in the season. And
yeah. That was at home, though, wasn't it?
Yep, that was at home. And then the Sharks went down to Canberra and beat the Brumbies, which you wouldn't have picked.
Rightio, second half.
You guys ready? Captain?
Is he talking to us? Are we ready?
You guys ready?
Time on.
So here we go. Sydney Rays, what can they do in this Junior Gold Cup second half?
A couple of substitutions there, Paddy.
Tackle.
A couple of changes being made, yes.
No hands out.
I want to see the Sydney Rays.
He's got rucks formed. The ruck's already formed.
Get some points on the board in this half and have a crack at it.
Here, Max.
Oh!
No, you didn't see the ball coming, Paddy.
Boys, you guys take step. Red.
So that just impacting our commentary equipment and scaring the bejeebers out of me. I felt that fly across my face.
You did well not to swear
I
on
did
there,
very
Paddy.
well not to swear, I'll tell you that much.
Thank you.
So,
yes.
Jack Turney to throw this in for Queensland Red.
Geez, their line-out's been pretty good, the Queensland side.
Sam Walker.
We're back.
Throws it back.
Keep him down. More taken in by Red.
Geez, I've
Ball's
done well to
available.
get that back, eh?
Hold it.
Good touch finder.
No, it's been touched by another player.
Still a good crowd here, Paddy, to watch this Junior Gold Cup final.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lovely evening here on the coast.
Beautiful.
Ball's in.
We're back.
Is that a Falcon, Paddy?
Could have been.
No
There's almost
hands.
one on me as well. So the Rays go the short side near here. What can they do here, the Sydney side? This is a good run by Maka. But a knock on.
Jeez. Just when they start to get a little bit of momentum there.
That was a good leg drive as well from Maka. Just seeing the impact of hitting the deck. Has lost the ball forward.
Push. Come on, boys. Line. Set. Hold. And.
So, good spot by the young Queensland team. They get it to their playmaker, Sam Walker, throws it out the back. Looking for the offload. Was for Fita. Walker finds, throws it on
Playing
the
advantage.
inside, but dropped by Gibson.
Forward.
Opportunity here for the Rays, Paddy.
Hookers.
Good scrum.
Some big lads in their team.
Big front row. Should get a good push on here.
Crouch. Bind. Squeeze. Set. Hold.
Good strong scrum.
The Rays get that back. Tonpi throws it, and this is better out the back. It goes to Smith. And then he jumps in and support play after Tamati took it to the line. Hands out is the call.
Penalty advantage. Ruck form.
Good run by Howe. Good run by Garrett,
Ruck
rather.
form. Maxi.
The Rays support players just a little bit slow to get to the ruck, Paddy. And then they're finding they're struggling, and then they have to pour numbers into the ruck.
Scrum. Hits mark. Hookers.
A scrum here to the Rays. 33 minutes gone in this match. Still plenty of time in this second half for the Rays to crack open some tries and just build some momentum. Well, let's see what they can do. They haven't had a lot of opportunity to create options for themselves.
No, they've got to score on this next passage of play, Paddy.
Good flat pass taken to the line by Antico, then gives it off. Ball's gone out the back.
Still playing advantage.
Playing advantage again to Sydney.
There's no clear release. You got to release the ball. Play on.
Taking it quickly is Antico. Throws it out on the left. Here goes Matangi for the line, and he scores.
He's a big fella, isn't he? Wow.
So the Sydney Rays are on the board at last.
Good on him.
Reece Matangi goes in, number 4 for the Sydney Rays.
Enterprising play.
He's a big lad.
Quick tap taken by Luca Antico.
Yep. He's the replacement halfback, was he?
Yes.
Yep. He's got a bit of pace on him, the big fella.
Matangi, yes, he does.
Nice
run.
left-hand fend. Well done.
I felt like he could have gone another gear as well. So the Rays, is this the start of building some more points on the scoreboard and making a game of it here?
Next job now, Paddy, they've got to regain the possession off the kickoff and start again. Wish I'd remembered to bring my jumper too, Paddy. It's going to be cool down here on the sideline.
No, I just grabbed it this morning as I left, and you know, good tactical decision.
Yes.
That kick has missed, so it's 45-5 in this Junior Gold Cup final, and you can see a lovely shot of Bond University and the skyline. Nice little cloud cover up the back. Might be a bit of a storm brewing later, but will hopefully be long gone by then.
It's a bit deceiving, this camera angle, for the people watching, Paddy, because there's quite a crowd behind us.
Yes.
Good carry.
Solid carry and a nice offload. Play on is the call. We can't play on that, though. Knock on.
Off forward.
So they're trying things, the Rays, but
that's the trouble when you get behind this far, Paddy. You know, you've got to have a crack. You've got to try things, and obviously the percentages drop when you're trying to push it. But it's all about learning, Paddy, as we said before. And these boys will come away better footy players for being in this competition.
Set.
36 minutes gone. Ball is fed in. Number 11 for Queensland. Laia.
Tackle now. No hands, hands out, hands out.
Jeez, I thought he pinched that okay.
Mark
Oh,
here,
well.
Mark here. Sam.
I thought he'd done pretty well there to pilfer that.
So Sam Walker. Solid kick. Downfield.
Play line.
Marker gets ready to throw it in. Sorry, Turney for Queensland Red gets ready to throw it in. Off the top, and that's good from Queensland. Walker gets it out, and a little show and go. And Max Go. That's a
Good
great
playing.
name.
Show and go. Is that his name?
His name is Max Go.
Play on.
Ball's good for Macquarie. Sydney Rays. I'm saying Mac Uni for a minute there.
Side entry.
Side entry is the call.
Entry.
Got a bit messy there, didn't it?
Maxi.
For the Sydney Rays, there's a sub on in the second half. Jojo for Peter.
So a chance to clear the lines, and it hasn't made touch.
Jeez, I wonder
Directly
why.
in front of us, so that's Swan now who gets to have a crack. Sorry, Tafua is going to have a crack.
Oh,
I would have kicked for the other touchline, Paddy. It
Yes,
wasn't so far to kick.
I beg your pardon.
no
maybe
hands.
he favours that side.
For the Queensland Reds team, number 21.
So Walker,
And the correction is not Jojo for Peter, it's Gerardo.
Gibson having a run.
Number 25 for the Sydney
Hands out.
Taylor throws it to the right to Walker. Walker shows and goes, hits the line, looks for the offload and gets it.
Lost forward.
Jeez. Unlucky.
Very unlucky. Nice shot of the bench. A few people here in the crowd as well.
Crouch. Bind.
So what do you think of Super Saturday, Paddy?
Gracie, having worked here all day, I've enjoyed it. It's been a great competition. The Uni Sevens was awesome. We saw a fantastic final day and a couple other great games. Utah's drawing with Bond and then missing the winning kick, so heartbreak for them. But
Hold.
then the under-16s, great clash with Queensland and New South Wales again.
Balls out.
And obviously the NRC was the thriller.
Very dominant display by the Queensland countryside in the NRC game.
Yeah, they sort of made a statement today.
Yeah, they did.
And really building a winning formula.
It's not
They've only
yours.
dropped one game.
It's not yours.
So interesting, Paddy. I counted
sorry.
a dozen players today from both sides in the NRC game that have played in the under-20s Australian side in the last 2 years. So you can see them coming through.
Sione Tuipulotu, Henry Hutchinson.
Play on.
I should have started that now. I've drawn a mental blank. So as we can keep going,
He's on the ground now. No.
Queensland Red looking good. They get it to their big man, to Avami.
Turn up. Fine.
Good steal.
Stolen by the Rays. Oh, and counter-rucked again by
counter-ruck.
Queensland. Playing very well
Playing advantage. Lost forward. White.
as Gibson goes in. Gets
Let
the
go
ball
of
over the
him.
22.
Play
His
on,
headgear
fine,
comes
got
off,
to
but he
his feet.
keeps going. Another attempted steal
No,
by
didn't survive the clean.
Sydney Rays. Walker gives a little inside
Good
run
line, good line.
to Elliott. Elliott gives the
Wow.
offload, and that's going to be a try to Holden.
Another try for the Queensland.
Great work by young Elliott. He just kept his legs pumping, broke out of the tackle, and a great little offload.
Ryan Holden with the try. And
Good
that's
support play from Ryan as well.
The Queenslanders. 50 comes up. 50 points to 5.
And this is becoming a tough day at the office for
Look at this.
the Sydney team.
Just keep pumping your legs, son. Away you go. Hit, spin, and a lovely little offload. Good skills. They kept them scoreless for 10 minutes in this second half, Paddy, though. The Rays.
Yeah, 42 minutes gone now. So a kick to come by Lucas Ripley. And slots it over the black dot. So 52-5. 42 minutes gone in this game. So a high kick from Sydney, and that is well taken in the air.
No.
By Percival. Here goes Gibson. Gibson through one tackle, gets over halfway. Brought to ground, gets the ball back. Attempted steal by Macquarie, and they've got the penalty.
Arriving player.
Gibson looks in a bit of... So Sydney looking to make some meters. Great kick. Good hoof on that one.
They need to secure possession off this line out now, Paddy, and try and put some pressure, some consistent pressure on this Queensland side.
We're back.
Backwards is the call. And Tompey takes that to the line. Here goes Gerardo Smith.
Tackled.
Gets out of one tackle and attempted steal and kick through and everything going on there.
Got a rock. 2. Stay out of it. Not rolling.
Little conversation here amongst the young men about what they're going to do.
Fun.
Nice little duck from the referee. Oh, and here's a little enterprising run.
Good dummy.
From Antico. He's eventually brought to the ground. That was
on the ground. You got to release him.
Good quick tap. Looking for his big man.
Oh, no. No, it's not
Not gone.
Interesting stories, Sammy Wallace, the referee, Paddy. So I said I'd head coach. He has played Junior Gold Cup, and I did coach him.
Hang on.
He's a back rower, very promising young back rower, and he had a number of shoulder injuries, and then a number of head knocks, and he was told he shouldn't play anymore. So
Crouch.
still love the game, still want to stay involved, and now he's on the pathway to be an elite referee. A good story there.
That's a really good story.
Yeah, he's a fantastic young fella.
And good that he's not lost to the game either.
No, and obviously he's a good. The viewers can hear how he communicates to the players. Very, very important.
Knows what he's
for the modern day referee.
Talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
As Queensland move it to the left-hand side, and that's another penalty. No clear release. Might have a little knock here.
Going for the line. Yeah.
So a solid kick.
Number 11 is going back on. That's Jermaine Lay.
From Queensland.
No, you've walked.
Oh, just Walker kicks over the top.
21. Now
well
you're
taken up the back by Sydney Ray's fullback, a forward.
No, tackled.
Tackled, gets in places. Here's the try scorer, Matangi.
Roll.
What can the Sydney Rays do here and build something? Good rush up defence on Alole.
Turnover's fine.
Turnover is fine is the call. Doing the quick tap option, yeah. I guess why not? And your line out struggling, and this is a great run from Afoa. He gets through 1, 2, 3 tackles. He's going for the line. His opposite number brings him down Ripley.
What a great run.
Sydney Rays, here they go. Oh, he slices through perfectly. 1 to beat. Gets over the line. I think he's been held up.
Geez, he deserved to score that, Paddy.
Luca Antico has been one of the solid performers today.
Young Afoa, the fullback, what a great run from him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good feet, good acceleration.
Crouch.
He'll be a young fella to watch in the future, Paddy, I reckon.
Bind.
He's just a very balanced runner.
Absolutely.
Set. Hold. Hold the push.
Oh, that
Hold it.
scrum's...
Strong
balls
push from
out.
the Reds pack.
Oh.
She's a bit messy
Side
there.
entry. Side entry, back 10.
Quick tap
2.
again, Paddy. What do you reckon?
Yep.
Here we go.
Off the mark.
Mark's here, mate.
I was wondering if you was
I
going to
reckon,
give that
I
away.
reckon they'll tap again, Paddy.
Go for the corner. Someone...
Are you tapping it or? Scrum.
Oh,
No, they listen to me.
well, I was
Well,
wrong.
I said corner.
I was
but
wrong.
That was wrong. Too.
When I'm
Because-
wrong, I admit it, Paddy. I was wrong.
When it happens to me, Gracie, I'll let you know.
I'll tell you, if the referee hadn't stopped and
Crouch.
had a chat there, I
Bind.
reckon the quick tap was the option.
Set. Hold.
I think you were wrong back in probably 2000 or something like that, Paddy, was it?
Must have been.
Oh.
Hold the push.
Solid
I don't
scrum.
know if it's good.
Oh, this is a big
God.
run from Tumabawe.
Oh,
Gets out of one.
Roll.
Wrestle to the
Go
ground.
on.
Ball still good for Queensland.
No, hands out.
Hands out. Listen to the call. Avoided the penalty. Well done. Gibson having another crack. He's been solid today. Oh, this is going to be dangerous for Queensland unless Macquarie can shut it down.
another little falcon there,
Off the
Paddy.
off the head. Oh, and Fafita
Oh,
gets out of 2 tackles, steps back on the
no
inside.
support there.
Takes 3 to bring him down.
13.
Jojo for
No hands. It's a rock.
Good leg drive. Good leg drive from the Rays. Unlucky.
Certainly been a Queensland affair today in the pathways with the under-16s
Scrum.
and Junior Gold Cup.
It has. It has.
One red. One red.
2 victories against
red.
New South Wales opposition.
New South Wales were very strong in that 16s. They were 2 pretty even teams.
That was a very good game.
Yeah, it was a great game.
White. 25. Come on. Crouch.
10 minutes to go, Paddy. Can the Rays score again?
52-5.
Hold.
They need some good solid defence here.
This is a good pass. Oh, slicing run from the fullback. Ripley is going to go all the way, gives it off the offload. Doesn't quite get there. But Chan Tung will. And he will score.
Can offload the Queensland side, Paddy.
Try number 9.
A blight on the modern game, if you'd ask me. But an excellent effort there by Queensland. Great run
Good
there
feed.
by Ripley. Good cover defence from Macquarie, but all the momentum's been with Queensland.
He's got
today.
great feet, that Ripley. Good on his footwork, and he's got that acceleration as well. And can kick a goal. I like it down here under lights, Paddy.
It's nice, isn't it?
Beautiful outlook. I'm going to back him over on this one, Paddy.
Yeah? I'm saying swirling to the right. Oh, I was right again.
Yeah. Told you. You weren't wrong. You haven't been wrong since 2000.
I was 10 in 2000. 57-5. Nice little shot at the trophy. Oh, look, there's us in the background. Hello. Oh, dear. Short kick-off. Taken by Queensland Red.
Gee, you did well to hold on to that.
Nice long looping pass to Gibson.
Yeah,
Gibson
run
gives
straight,
a
run straight.
beautiful little short pass to Cooper Elliott. Cooper Elliott has a little crack, gets through 1, 2, 3. He's found some space.
Wow.
He sees the line in front of him.
Wow.
The cover defence comes, but they can't catch him. Cooper Elliott with the try.
Runaway try.
How good.
Amazing effort from the young man. Saw the space, beat the defenders and just gassed it.
Hard to believe they're under 15.
So he's a back rower, Paddy. Geez, he showed a clean set of heels there.
Wheels. He's got wheels.
He's got wheels. He's got legs. He knows how to use them. Bit of ZZ Top. That was before your time, Paddy.
No.
Good try. Great try. Good individual effort there.
That's the band with all the beards, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah. Not Creedence Clearwater, not to be confused with.
Nothing like it.
Just like
So 7 minutes to go now. Let's see if the Sydney Rays can put another try on the board. They haven't stopped trying though, Paddy, to their credit.
Absolutely have not stopped trying. And, you know, they've played in 2 different conferences and gotten used to 2 different styles of rugby, so they'll take a lot from this and,
yeah,
you know, should feel proud that they've made the final. Always tough playing away from home, particularly when you're learning the game.
Yeah. Good experience though.
Absolutely.
hold.
64-5. Nice low little looping kick. Taken by Percival.
It's on the ground. No hands.
Taylor. This ball gets out the back. That's Max go.
No.
And this is not getting any hits on in the Rays at the moment. Need to slow down this Queensland machine.
Oh, white.
Good effort to clear out of the break down there by Afoa. Got a little
Wasn't
lock on
expecting
here.
that one.
Now the Rays have the opportunity to get out of their own half. I think that was touched by a Queensland player. Well taken in the air. Ripley. He gives it off to Gibson with the big fend.
Play on.
Hits the ground but gets up and goes. And is wrestled to the ground
Hands
by
out.
Matangi, the
Take
try
step,
scorer
10.
for the Rays.
He's
Oh,
strong.
and another big run by Treasure. Treasure offloads to go. Go goes for the corner.
Turnover's fine.
Well done.
No
The
hands.
Rays are really scrapping at the moment.
Play
They're
on.
having a crack. Here we go, just a little bit
Oh,
offload
nice
out the
pass.
side. Needs to get in field if he doesn't want to be dragged
some
into
support
touch.
players
and
there in a
support.
hurry.
And they come in numbers, the Rays.
You got to have a crack now, boys.
Throw
Here
the
we
ball over the top. Needs to fall into the breadbasket of
Oh,
someone.
nice.
And a little flick pass back over. This is directly in front of us. I think that's Tamati's
penalty.
been taken into contact. And high tackle is the call. Kick for the corner.
He was already on the ball before.
He has to survive the first hit. That's in the rule.
He doesn't have to survive it. If you, mate. I'll talk to you later. Hold on.
Nice
Well handled,
communication.
Sam.
Yep. Obviously a lot of emotions running high as Walker has a crack for the line. Gets away from one. Manages to throw it out to the left, and here
Well
comes
played.
another try to Queensland. Jojo Fafita.
Sensational
Just
play.
the Rays defence a little bit lazy there, Paddy. They're all going high on Walker. They should have chopped him off at the legs.
Jojo Fafita, number 25.
Yeah, I think
And the 11th
Here he that. First tackler high, second tackler high, ducks underneath, throws a beautiful ball. If they'd have chop tackled him, Paddy, he would have stopped on the spot. Anyway, you do that when you get a bit tired.
yeah, it's been a long, hard game. Rays have done a lot of defending.
They certainly have. I'll sleep well on the flight home, that's for sure.
Successful conversion from the
It's just
sidelines for
with that
Ripley
one,
makes it
he was already sitting on the ball
71.
a long time before the clean out had come.
So 69-5. What can the Rays do? Last little roll of the dice.
They've gone for the long kick-off. Oh, well taken.
Here we go. The try scorer, Matangi. He needs support and quickly.
Play
And
advantage.
Queensland is so good at the breakdown.
Ball's out, play on.
Who goes
I
with
don't
him
might
is the
score here,
call.
Paddy, I reckon.
I hope so, Gracie. Here we go. What do we got here, the Rays? And a little knock on. Coming back for the penalty there.
advantage.
Hand. Hand.
What's your call here, Paddy? Kick for the line?
I'd back the line out here. I haven't had too much.
Haven't
Like
seen
with
many
it, but-
line-outs, really.
Yeah.
Not this half.
Back the line out, back the rolling maul.
Rolling more, you think?
Yeah,
Yep.
good ball, good ball. Other way.
Went in Queensland.
Absolutely.
Oh, geez. Good
Oh,
win.
it's gone into the
Gone into
touch.
the touch.
Frustration there.
Geez, you did well to get up and spoil that.
Hold that line.
Oh,
tight.
so it's still
Offside
Sydney
red.
Rays ball, so that's off a red hand. So
Last
Marker.
minute of play.
and this is better
Good
from the
line.
Rays.
Good line.
The big try scorer. Can he go again?
He's
I
short,
think he
he's
has.
short.
He's claiming it. Oh.
No, held up.
Held up is the call.
Time for one more
Mat-
scrum, Paddy.
Matangi was not happy with that one. So quick scrum. One last roll of the dice. What have we got here from the Sydney Rays?
Crouch.
I hope they can get over again, Paddy.
Bind. Set. Hold.
This is their last chance.
Hold on, ball's
Good
out.
scrum. Ball comes out. Nice looping flat
Oh,
pass.
good feet.
Into the
Good
corner.
try. That's a try. Well done.
Jordan Swan finishes off a tough night at the office for the Sydney Rays.
How was that left foot step, Paddy?
Very good. Ooh. As the
That
try
was-
graphics go off in the
That was the sound effects for our
southern end of the
viewers.
ground. And a fantastic finish by Sydney. So well done to find and have the character to keep throwing the dice all to the end. So tough night at the office for the Sydney Rays. The Queensland Red side, they are the 2017 Junior Gold Cup champions, and well deserved after such an impressive victory. No doubt after a big year.
Kick to come. They're still going to try and chase this down too, Paddy. The Queensland boys.
Dedication to the jersey
Hey. Very enthusiastic.
as Afoa lines this up. Oh, they're going to get on him.
The whole team chased it.
Just to the right of the post. So that's it. 69-10. Queensland Red have won the Junior Gold Cup. An impressive effort by their players, coaches, volunteers, families who have supported these young men, and we certainly hope they continue their rugby journey in the coming years. Everyone who participated in this competition. Gracie, just quickly sum it all up for us. Bring home Super Saturday.
I think it's been a great day, Paddy. It's been a great concept with the Aon Uni 7s in the morning. We saw some great footy this morning. Some great skill level by the girls. I think it's really improved. Sevens has improved so much throughout Australia. The skill level today was outstanding. And then the 16s, the under 16s national final between New South Wales and Queensland. Very, very tight game. Queensland coming out home the winners in the end, but well contested after a great tournament at the Southport School the rest of this week. And then we saw a great NRC game between the Melbourne Rising and Queensland Country. Queensland Country dominating in that game, but some really good footy and some really good tries scored. NRC always entertaining, Paddy.
Absolutely.
And then we've just seen a very dominant performance by the Queensland Red side in the Junior Gold Cup. Bad luck to the Sydney Rays. They'll take a lot out of that, and they'll come back better footy players. But really happy with the way the day's gone today, and congratulations to all the players, all the management, coaches, officials, and a big thank you to all the spectators that have come out and cheered on everyone today.
Absolutely, and thank you for everyone who's tuned in to Rugby.com.au. No matter what the type of rugby you watched today, we appreciate it, and we hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be doing it all again with the Australian schoolboys on Monday on Rugby.com.au. So it's Australian Schools Barbarians taking on Fiji Schools.
Correct? On Monday?
No, sorry, I got that wrong. Australian Schools Barbarians playing New Zealand Schools.
Yes.
And Australian Schools playing Fiji Schools. So
yep.
You can catch that all on Monday, live on Rugby.com.au from 1 o'clock, so we'll be back there then. Thank you to everyone for joining us today, and thank you to Rob and his team from Double Take. It's been awesome, and we'll be back next time on Rugby.com.au.